In this video, we will be seeing how to deploy this e-commerce application to a server. We have already seen a complete tutorial on how to develop this e-commerce application. You can watch that video and continue from here. You will need Git installed on your system. I'll give the link for downloading Git. You can download it and do the setup. We'll be using Cloudways for deploying our Laravel application. We'll be walking you through how to upload this to GitHub. And from GitHub, you can easily transfer the project to Cloudways. Now, the first thing you have to do is create a new GitHub repository for your project. Give a name for your repository. You can set it as private or public according to your requirement. Let's set it to private. And we can click on create repository. Now we have to upload the project to this repository. So you can see these are the Git commands that we'll be using. So we can follow that. Now you have to open your Laravel project root directory. And from here, you can open the command prompt. Simply type cmd and hit enter. Now that will open the command prompt. And here we can type git init. Hit enter. Now you can type the next command, that is git add space dot. Now you can type the command git commit space -m and give a message like initial commit and hit enter. Now you can come back to this page and from here you can simply copy this line and you can run that. So let's paste that here and hit enter. Now let's type the next command, that is git push -u origin, and you can type it like master and hit enter. Now that will upload the project to the GitHub. Now you can come back here and refresh the page and you can see the project is being uploaded here. See? So our project is uploaded to GitHub. And everything except the .env file is here. So everything that is inside this git ignore will be not uploaded to GitHub. Okay. So it is ideal not to upload .env as well. Okay. Because that will contain all the keys and all those things, which is not ideal. Okay. Now the next thing that you have to do is we have to log into the Cloudways account. So I have logged into my Cloudways account and let's go to the server option and we can create a new server. Let's select Laravel. So everything required for Laravel will be set up. Now you can select a name for the application and let's select the name for the server. You can select any name according to your preference. You can change the names as well. Okay. And then you can select the servers. That is, you can select between DigitalOcean, Vultr, Linode, AWS, and Google as well. Okay. So I'll be doing DigitalOcean and we can go with 2 GB because we are not currently in production and that will be enough. And you can select the location as well according to your wish. Let's select London and click on launch. Now our server is ready. You can simply click on it and you can go to the application section. So let's go to the servers again and go to the applications and you can see the Laravel application that we just created. Click on it and here you can see the temporary URL and you can simply open it. So this is a default URL that Cloudways will give you when you launch a new application. So you can use that for testing and all those things. Later you can change it with your own domain. And we can go to the deployment via Git option. Simply go to that. And here you have to generate a SSH key. So click on that and you will get a key. Now you can click on view SSH key and simply copy this one from here. And let's close this. And you can go to the GitHub. And here on the GitHub page, you can go to the settings. Open your GitHub repository that you just created and go to the settings. And here we can go to deploy keys, the section. Hope it is visible for you. You can see that here. Okay. So click on deploy keys and here you can click on add deploy key. Simply give some title here. Let's give it ecom and you can click on add. Now you can see the deploy key is added Now you can go back to Cloudways. You can go to the server, select the server, and let's go inside here, and you can see the SSH details. So let's copy this, and we can use this. So let's open command prompt. So here in the command prompt, you can simply type SSH space. You can paste the username. That is, I think this is the username. You can paste the IP, that is this one, and hit enter. Okay, so let's type yes. So previously I copied all these things. Okay, so you simply have to copy it. Okay, now let's paste the password, that is this one, and hit enter. Now simply SSH into the server, and here you can simply type ls. You can see a folder applications, cd applications, and hit enter, and let's ls, and you can see this is the project name, project directory name. So let's type cd and that, and hit enter. This is the folder name. Okay, and inside that you can see this public HTML, and that's the folder in which we are going to upload all these things. So let's open that, and let's show you what all things are there inside, because we already have a Laravel application which Cloudways has pre-installed. We don't need this. Okay, so you can remove everything from here. So instead of removing everything, you can simply come back, and here you can try removing this public HTML, which will not be getting removed, but you will be able to easily delete all this. Okay, so that's a hack. You can simply do that. Simply type rm-r, and you can give the folder name, that is public underscore HTML, and hit enter. Now you can see permission denied. That means you cannot remove that particular folder, and you can simply type ls, and you can see that folder is there, but the content inside that will be removed. So let's see that. So you can type cd public HTML, and let's go inside and type ls, and you can see nothing is inside that, because we need to remove that in order to upload all our new code. Okay, now you can open GitHub once more and go to the repository, and we have to copy SSH URL. Simply click on this code, green button, and go to SSH, and you can copy this one. Okay, copy this address, go back to Cloudways, and let's select the application and go back to deploy via Git. And here you can give the Git remote address. That is what we just copied, and click on authenticate. Now once authenticated, you can see we will be having these branches. Select the branch. So this authentication happens via the SSH key that we just added to the GitHub. Okay, so you have to add the SSH key that this Cloudways is giving here to your GitHub repository. Then only you will be able to access it. Okay, so add it, and then paste the Git remote URL address, and click on authenticate, and then select the branch. You can change the deployment path if you want to. We saw this folder name. Okay, hope you remember that in the SSH terminal. If you want to add an extra path, you can add it here. Let's click on start deployment, and you can wait for this to complete. So you can see the deployment is completed. Let's go back to the terminal, and here you can type ls once more. Now you can see all these new files and folders are appearing. Okay, so we need to add a .env. That is a file that which you can store all those things. Okay, let's create it. So let's type cat, and this greater than simple, and we can type .env and hit enter. Now you have to paste all the content that was inside the .env file. Okay, so let's copy that content. So this is my .env file. You can see that here. Okay, let's copy everything here. Let's copy it. Simply copy everything. Control A, Control C. So open this env file anywhere. Okay, inside file editor, and simply copy everything from this .env file, this particular file, and you can paste that content here. Simply type Control plus V. See, it is asking you to paste all this content. Okay, so simply click on paste anyways, and everything will be added here. Now type Control C, and that is added. So type ls, and you can see .env will be okay. You have to type ls-a, and you can see .env file here. Okay, See, and that is added. Now we have to change the database details. Okay, so that we could have done before adding that. That's fine. You can use vim and .env here and there. Now you have to change these. Okay, let's come here. Database details, you can see that here. Okay, so simply change these. Okay, now for that you can go to the access details here, and we have to copy the database name. Okay, database name is this one, username is this one, that is same. Okay, and the password, that is this one. Copy all this. Inside vim, if you want to insert, you will have to enter I. See, now you can see insert option is showing here. See, then you can select the cursor to exactly where you want to paste that, and you can paste the password. Okay, you will have to paste the password. So let's copy the password only, and then you have to paste it. Okay, otherwise it will be difficult. And let's go back and paste the username and password, a username and database name. Let's copy the database name, and the username is same. You can see that here, and you can come here, and let's remove this root from here, and let's paste the username and also the database name. Now all the details are added. Now to exit this insert mode, you can simply type on escape. Click on escape. Okay, now to save and exit this, you can type shift and this colon, and you can type WQ. Okay, you can see that here. Okay, check on the cursor, I'm showing you. Okay, type this. After typing escape, you have to type this. Okay, and you can click on enter, and that's it. Now that is saved. Now I think everything is good. You have to run the PHP artisan migrate. So let's do that. PHP artisan migrate and hit enter. So you can see that we are getting an error. That is because we haven't installed all the packages. You can see that here. See, so you have to run composer install. Okay, composer install and hit enter. Okay, before running this, you have to update the PHP version. Currently it is 8.1. You can update it. So for that, you can go to the server, open the server, and here go to the settings, and let's go to packages. I think it is packages. Okay, here you can click on this modify in the PHP, and let's select 8.3. That is fine, and click on OK, and wait for this to complete. Now our PHP version is updated. Now you can easily run this command. Before that, you can come here and let's type PHP -version, and you can see the PHP version is updated here. Now you can run composer install. See, that is running without any issues. Simply update the PHP version according to the Laravel version that you are using. Now after running that composer install command, you can run PHP artisan migrate. That will migrate all the tables inside your migration, and that is done. Now we can try accessing our website. So let's go to our application, and let's try accessing this application URL. And you can see our website is working fine. There are no products, that's why it is looking like this. Simply add some products, and this will look better. So I have added some items to the table. You can access this by clicking this launch database manager here. You can come to this access details, and here under the database, you can click on this launch database manager, and here you can edit and manage the table like this. Okay, with this UI interface. And let's refresh this page, and you can see the products are added. See, so let's click on this view details, and everything is working fine. See, now we saw how to easily deploy the Laravel application to Cloudways. Now we can see how to add a domain. Simply go to this domain management, and you can see this is the primary domain right now. You can simply click on add a domain, and here you can easily give a domain name. Let's give this domain here, and if you want to add it as a wildcard, you can check this option. Let's click on save now, and that domain will be added here. See, now you can set this as the primary domain, and this domain will automatically become the primary domain of your application. Now you have to point that domain, DNS records. In the DNS records, you have to point this to the IP address of the server. That is this one. Okay. So you have to point that to this IP address. To point your domain, you can simply come to your DNS management, and you can simply point that domain to the IP of the server. Simply point that. So after pointing this A record type to the IP address of the server, you can come back to the server here, go to the application, and inside the application, you can go to domain management, and here, this is it. Okay. So you can see now the primary domain is this one. You can try accessing this one, and okay, you can see this SSL error is happening. So let's go to SSL and let's claim our free SSL. Simply give your email address here, and let's paste the domain name here, and then you can click on install certificate. It's simple. It will add the SSL certificate for that domain. Now you can see the SSL is added, and you can also check this auto renew option. So it will automatically renew. You don't have to worry about it. So these are the features offered by Cloudways, which is very easy and comfortable. So you can add the free SSL and forget about it. Otherwise, you'll have to follow up with the expiration and all those things. And now one of the feature that I would like to introduce is this Cloudflare Enterprise that you could easily add. So simply type your domain name here and you can enable it. So our domain name was this one, and you can click on enable it, and then you have to change the DNS pointing to this one. You can read this. Okay. So you have to change all those things a little bit. That is very easy. You simply have to point your domain to this like this. Okay. You simply have to add the CNAME, and you can add it like this. Okay. So you have to point it like that. So that's all. And it will be added. You can see the records here. See, you can simply add it like this. You can follow this article, and it is very easy to add this Cloudways Enterprise version. You simply have to point the CNAME to that domain like this. Okay, very easy. And this will be added. Okay, so in that method, you can remove that DNS IP pointing and replace it with this one. Okay, and this will be added. Okay, and you will be getting all these features like the CDN and extra protection, all those things. So you can check it out. It is a very interesting feature, especially if you are hosting an e-commerce application, because security is more important there. And then you can also see this backup option, which is very useful. In case something happens, you can easily back up and restore your application. And over this, you also get a lot of add-ons which you could use on your Laravel application, which just makes everything easy. Like you can, let's go to the add-ons. So you can go to the add-ons here. Let's click on this view all add-ons. So here you can see this elastic email, which is very useful to send these transaction mails. So which is very useful, and you can enable this and you can use it. See, the email cost is much lesser, so you can use it. And there are other things like this one, which you can enable for getting access to mailbox, all those things. Okay, so these add-ons are also very useful. You can see that here, malware protection, all those things. So in simple, all these features makes your deployment and managing the server easier. You can easily upgrade and downgrade all these versions, manage the PHP variables, all those things, and you can do all these things easily through a user interface. So it is very useful, and it will make your work much easier. So you can check out Cloudways through the link given on the description. I will also give you a coupon code so you can avail an extra discount on your billings. So check that out and simply sign up to Cloudways, and definitely try it out. It is much easier than directly deploying on DigitalOcean. It makes things much easier. Okay, I will say that it is a little bit expensive than directly deploying it on DigitalOcean, but it is fine because you are getting all these things handled, and you have to do all those things manually if you're using DigitalOcean. So in that case, it is much better. And one more thing, that is the staging feature, which is definitely very useful when you are doing development on the go. You can simply launch a staging application, and that will replicate the current state of the application, and it will give you the URL and all those things which you can access privately. And after all the development work is done, testing all those things is done on that URL, that application, you can combine that to the production. Okay, so that is a very useful feature, and this is also something worth checking out. I already have done a video on this, so I'll link that on the description as well, so you can check it out. So that's all with this video. Hope you find this video useful. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more such videos.